How's it going, all you guys and girls in the Illumination? Time to jump aboard the Loom Train. Loom Train, it's me, it's JJD, Double J, the Illuminator here, the sweet one. Also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames, but we won't get into that right now. I was thinking when I was a kid. Now, I've lived on dead-end streets most of my life, in different houses. Not my whole life, but most of my life. I've lived on different dead-end streets, but is it considered a dead-end street if the street you live on is a dead end, but it has other streets that intersect? I don't think it's called a dead-end street, but my street was a dead end. It ended right at a place, a cemetery, actually, an older cemetery. They were, I don't know how far back the graves went, but some of them went back to the early 1800s, and it was a very old cemetery. I don't know if anyone was even still being buried there. Maybe once in a while, but it was a nice place to play as a kid. When we had, and I was lucky enough in my neighborhood to have other kids that were around my age. There was this kid, he was named Steve. He was 2 years older, and he went to a Catholic school, and the rest of us went to public school. So he was, I don't know, he was more of an indoor type kid. We played with him once in a while. He was outside, mostly in his backyard and stuff. His parents were really strict, but the other kids in the neighborhood, there was another part of the street that intersected with mine that was an actual dead end, and there was like 4 kids that were within 2 years of my age. I mean, it was weird because now that I think of it, I guess I was the oldest by a few months anyway from these other kids, and it was great to have kids that to grow up in a neighborhood to play with, because it just, nowadays everything is not outdoors, as we know, but that's a story for another day and another cup of coffee. But this cemetery was a great place to ride our bikes, and there was no real traffic, and it kind of had one dirt road that went around, and then they had a hill on the top, and there was this one section called Dead Man's Curve, and this is what got me thinking of this story, because it was called Dead Man's Curve. It was such a sharp hairpin turn on this dirt street that if you were fast enough on your bicycle, I had a BMX bike at the time. Oh, the energy that I had back then, I wish I had half of it today, really. But if you went fast enough, you'd probably fall off the bike. And I remember many times we fell off our bikes trying to go as fast as we could. But you get scraped up and everything. But I started thinking about the energy that we have as kids. You don't appreciate it until you get older, how much energy you really have. But I don't know, just trying to get some of that energy back. I'm working on it. My back's feeling a little better. Thank you for all the prayers and well wishes. I do what I can, but when you get into your 40s, I know it's all downhill from here, but I got to get some of that energy back, because I was thinking we never stopped when we were kids, and I want to have that energy back. So I'm going to do everything I can to try to get that energy back. We'll see what happens. What do you guys think? I love you all. Take care. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.
Please, sir, I want some more.